Boo. So I decided to make a video of like a ton of questions just so people could get to know me if they wanted to. Um, this is probably the most nerve-wracking thing I've done in a very long time. I think the craziest thing I've ever done was back when I was pregnant. I was 6 months pregnant. I sang "Crazy" by Patsy Cline um, in a karaoke bar, and I crazy literally suits that situation. Um, Okay, so the questions are just going to be all over the place. Some of them I'm not even going to ask the questions, I'm just going to say the answer. And most of them I came up with, a few friends came up with, whatever. So basically, I used I used to have braces and glasses. I was that geeky kid who was bullied all the time. I didn't have any friends till grade 7. I love playing Yahtzee and anything to do with numbers. I am a huge English person. Like, I will correct you on anything, even over MSN, and I hate myself for it. Uh, I love learning. Like, I can never stop learning. I like people who can make me laugh because it's not too often people can. Um, I'm a sap. Like, I will cry to almost any movie you make me watch. And pretty much, well, not not any song, but there's songs I do cry to. I like helping people like as much as I can, even though sometimes I can be a total bitch to people and I'm aware of that. Which yeah, that kind of comes with the territory of like I whenever I get too close to a person, I end up pushing them away. So I end up becoming a total bitch, and then people end up hating me. Um, like I said, I'm a geek. I like playing magic cards. I love playing video games. If there's one in front of me, I'll play it. But because I can't afford stuff like that, I kind of can't play. So I just use my computer or whatever. Food, I like cheese on everything. Like I could go crazy over cheese. I've been addicted to rice since I was about 2 to 4 years old. Like literally addicted. I could live off this stuff. Just put some green peppers and protein and give me a glass of soy milk because I'm actually allergic to real milk, go figure. Um, oh, I started drinking coffee whenever I was 2 years old. I got up at the table when my dad went to use the washroom, and oops, it was gone by the time he got back. Whenever I was 7, my grandmother died. She was the closest one to me in my life. Um, I am now a Christian. I go to Open Bible Baptist Church in Stratford at the APM Center, so feel free to come if you want. It's a open concept type thing. Um, I love wearing chocolate X. For some reason, the smell gets to me. I know. I'm a girl. I'm not supposed to be wearing shit like that. I'm supposed to be wearing perfume and being all preppy and whatever. And yes, I have become a prep, which is another thing. I always hated preppy people. And then I go and become one. Like, I'm such a contradiction of myself, like, most of the time. And another thing, I always used to like I chased a person down the street one time whenever they tried calling me woman, and I was pissed. Anybody said get in the kitchen, make me a sandwich, or women belong in the kitchen, or even just calling me woman in general, I hated it. And now like I'll actually make somebody a sandwich. Go figure. But yeah. So what I was saying, I love wearing chocolate axe. Like I can't get enough of the smell of it. I'll be like whatever, white on rice. If um I love Pepsi. Can't stand Coke, but I'll drink it. Um I'm a Toronto fan, but I barely watch hockey. I don't know much about hockey at all, although I try to pretend I do, and when people are talking, I just kind of go along with it, whatever they're saying, and agree. But I really don't know much. The only thing I know about Toronto is that Matt Sundin played at one point. I really don't know anything about it. But I'll keep supporting them, even though I don't know much. I like making meals. Like, working hard at making meals, putting a lot into it or whatever, because I tend to enjoy them more knowing the work that is put behind it, though I really don't like working, but see, like I said, I'm a contradiction of myself. Um, I am presently in size 3 pants, and all my clothes are too big for me. Point being, I lost about 17 pounds within the run of a month. Just, I think it could be a side effect to the endometriosis. I'm not sure, but I lost like a shit ton of weight, and now nothing fits me anymore. So, if this shirt is a little big for me, oh, the arms are, I know that, but like, this is probably one of the shirts that fit me the best, which is pretty damn sad. Um, I like I love listening to Eminem and country music. Like Eminem is the only rapper I really respect and everything. He got me through all my teenage years, and country is getting me through my 20s. But I hate today's pop music. I can't stand it. And since they took K Rock off the air, I will not listen to 105.5. I can't dance for the life of me, although I love dancing, which is weird. Um, I'm in singing lessons. I'm in piano lessons, sort of. I love Twilight. I know, stupid, but I actually like the way Jacob looks. Not so much of an Edward fan, but yet I am a huge vampire fan, and secretly I wish I was one sometimes. Um, my favorite song is It Does Get Better by the L Project. It's an amazing song, and I recommend everybody to listen to it. It's a song that speaks out against bullying and abuse of all sorts, and it's really powerful. Another one of my favorite songs is From This Moment On by Shania Twain. I also really like Christina Aguilera and Avril Lavigne. Avril Lavigne, like skater chick, not preppy chick. And Christina, just because she has such an amazing voice. Like, her voice is just so powerful, and I really like people who can speak out and whatnot. Um, one thing a lot of people don't know about me is I tend to use sex jokes as and randomness to cover up like who I really am because I just don't want anybody close to me. It scares me. Um, I love the sun. Like, I could be having the crappiest day of the year, but as long as the sun is shining, I can get through anything. Um, one thing that really gets me hooked on somebody is like dancing to some sappy slow song or getting like a red rose or something. Like, it's so much deeper than like what could happen in the bedroom or whatever. I'm in AA presently. I'm 1 year, 7 months sober, which I think is a really big deal because I never would have been able to do that before. I have a terrible memory, so if I forget anything or whatever, do not hold it against me, please. It's to the point where I'm actually considering asking my doctor if I have early signs of Alzheimer's or something. Like, I can barely remember what day it is, let alone what month it is. It's ridiculous. Um, I like to write poems and stories about how I'm feeling. It really helps me get things out. Um, Though I would never show anybody my poems or stories just because they're like journal entries. Um, I can't get enough hugs in a day, so if you see me or hanging out with me or whatever, give me a hug because I love them. Apparently, I'm a soprano singer, so that means, for anybody who doesn't know, that I feel more comfortable singing higher pitch than lower. I love dyeing my hair red for some odd reason. I have no idea why. I just love the idea of red hair. I used to be like crazy about blue eyes, but I guess since I had my son, he has blue eyes, so it's not a big deal to me. Like, I mean, I still love blue eyes, but it's not as big of a deal to me now as it used to be. now I'm more for green eyes, but I like blue and green, or well, whatever. But those two are my favorite. Um, I used to play basketball and baseball. I still love both of them. Though I never was in a team for basketball. I just used to play it in gym all the time. And I never really was good at any sports really, but I had fun doing it. Um, if there was anything playing other than those and I had an alternative, I'd take it. Like I used to lift weights in gym class back in grade 10. That was fun. um, I also like Pilates. Bleh, Pilates. Um, okay, so some of the actual questions. Do you have an attitude? Hell yeah, I have an attitude. Oh my god, I can't put up with myself sometimes. Are you scared of spiders? Oh my god. If I see a spider, I will probably be at the other end of the house because I am so freaked out by them. Yet there was just one time, I think it was last summer, there was this zoo type thing going on at the exhibition or whatever in the Civic Center. And there was scorpions and there was tarantula and there was a bunch of snakes and everything. The only thing they really took out was oh, and then there was like an alligator and monkeys and whatnot, I think. Anyways, it was pretty cool. Um, I didn't touch the snake, but there was this huge ass snake, like just sitting there on the floor. Um, there was they were getting people to hold the scorpion and the tarantula. And I actually got up the nerve to hold the both of them, not at the same time, but it was crazy. Like I think I felt okay with the scorpion, but whenever that spider went in my hand, I just closed my eyes and I'm like, eh. Then I open them and I'm like, okay, this isn't so bad. But I'm still staring at my hand like, oh my god, I'm holding a spider. This is crazy. Which will probably never happen again, but I had a fun time, like, attempting to hold that spider for more than 5 seconds. Um, would you go back in time if you were given the chance? No. I do not regret anything as much as some people will look at my life and be like, "Oh, you are such a terrible person. How could you do this?" I It's a learning process. Life is a learning process. You got to go through what you're going to go through. Anybody else, it doesn't really matter what you think. That's another one of my favorite quotes. What is it? Those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. And I believe pretty strong in that. Any piercings? Yes, I have my tongue ring, my belly button ring. That's all I have. Well, besides my earrings, obviously. That's all I have now. I used to have 7 earrings going down this one ear alone. And I had my nose pierced like 3 or 4 times. I had my lip pierced like twice, 3 times maybe. And I think that's all the piercings I had. I have 3 tattoos. One is of a heart with thorns going through it on my foot. Then there's one on my ankle, which has James's name in a banner. The only guy I will ever have tattooed on my body, I swear. Um, then there's a cross on my back, and it has my grandmother's name and the year she died and the year she was born on it, and that holds a lot of sentimental value. Um, Ever been on a horse? Yes, I love horses. If I could own one, I would, but obviously I can't afford one, and I don't really have the room in my apartment. It's sort of small. Plus, can you imagine like a big pile of like hay or grass or whatever in my apartment? Oh, man, I don't even think it can fit in the hallway. Anyways, yeah, no, I find horses are really calming. I love grooming them. It just takes me to a whole nother world. I I don't know, it's pretty awesome. What is your favorite color? Blue or purple? Surgery. Going in 1 week to get my surgery done. It's for endometriosis that they think I have. I have every single symptom and it is extremely painful. Look it up if you don't believe me. endometriosis. Very painful. So apparently they're gonna be burning it off. I'm kind of scared of what they're gonna say afterwards because it comes in 4 stages and it could come back. James just had his surgery actually on the 16th. He got tubes in his ears and his adenoids removed, and it is February. Favorite singer: Christina Aguilera and Avril Lavigne. I think I already said that. Interesting thought. I had a crush on both of them at one point. Well, still